Hello Capricorn, thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your monthly reading for month of November, and this is gonna be the reading for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus Capricorn, and also the cross watcher. So the cross watcher, if you are watching it for Capricorn, it may resonate with you directly, but I'm gonna be reading for Capricorn because it's a Capricorn reading, but you know the drill, like take it as it resonates, okay? So without any further delay, how can I forget? I want to thank you, all of you, for watching these videos, liking, sharing, subscribing. It means a lot, and if you like what I do and you have not, please do subscribe. That way you can support the channel. It's like a basic thing. Alright, without any further delay, let's get into this. So Capricorn, when I was like getting ready, I don't know, I was doing some work and all of a sudden I felt like I need to do reading for Capricorn right now. I don't know why I feel that urge. So, and I did not get a chance to meditate on your energy, on getting something. It's just such a impromptu kind of feelings, I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on. Capricorn, something came out. 5 of Swords. Yeah, I see. I was kind of feeling that some kind of, I feel like there is a, already if you have been watching me, I don't do specifically like a relationship or love kind of reading, but I just follow the energy, and if it is, but I feel like this is gonna be something like that. Like relationship or kind of relationship, like connection, relationship between people oriented. It might not be completely focused on you and your internal and spiritual world, which will be linked of course, but 5 of Swords in reverse, not reverse, 5 of Swords, so with Page of Swords, a lot of air energy. I feel like that, there is a lack of honesty. Either 4 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like there is a lack of honesty here, and this honesty is basically either is on your part or the person you are dealing with. It's hard to tell, or maybe both. I feel like there is like one moment you feel that you have something that you can explore, like Page of Swords. Page of Swords is very young, kind of explorative, kind of try to experience the world with mind, like knowledge based kind of experience. I feel like with that you have, and 4 of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like like you have certain kind of moral, let's say moral, or certain kind of rules that you follow, that you like to follow, where you find yourself that's your basic fundamental structure, and you like to hold on to it. This is usually you, like I'm getting the energy, like you don't like to lose your stability, you don't like to lose your fundamental principle, almost like a, like what, this is what I do, this is the rules, or I'm not saying that you're too rigid or anything, but it's like, like, yeah, these are the good things, these are the bad things. You have that kind of idea of what you can and cannot do. It's not about others. It's not, you don't judge other people based on your definition of good and bad, but there is fundamental good and bad, and what you can or cannot do. That structure is very clear in your mind, and you like to hold on to it. But for some reason, I feel like with this person that you are dealing with, you whenever you are with them, you feel like those structures are little loose at your end. What I mean by that, you feel like there is a temptation to break those, but you don't break that, because that's why Page of Swords, there is like a temptation to do something, temptation to do something that you have not done yet, something that may be a little bit out of your way, maybe a little bit out of your character. Maybe the person that you are dealing with is very different than you are, and that kind of challenge you to do certain things that you usually do not do. And that's why, and you feel like your stability is kind of in reverse, but you enjoy it when these things happen in a moment. But when the moment it passed, you feel like you go back to your mind and you ask, oh, did they tempted me to do that? Did they purposefully did that so that I feel that my Four of Pentacles in reverse? Like when you are in a moment, you really are there. You feel like, okay, I'm going to explore this. This is something new. I want this kind of adventure sometimes. And the moment, like when you feel like that you're the things that you think that you can or cannot do, it's under questions, like in reverse. The moment this energy lurks in, you have all these doubts that comes in your mind, that are they just provoking me to do something that I don't want to do so that I can feel very unstable later on, like those kind of. Then you don't trust in the moment, even though you really in the moment when you are in the moment. Does that make sense, Capricorn? It's like, and it feels like the Five of Swords kind of energy with that person, even though those moments that you spend together is really beautiful and really you are in, but later on it kind of creates, you kind of question their motivation. What the motive, why they do certain things when they know that I like to be in Four of Pentacles, I like to be in control, and not control freak, like control of your own life. That's a good thing. I like to know that clear cut distinction between what I can or cannot do. But when I'm with them, I feel this urge that my definition of my not limitation, my way of seeing things, what I can or cannot do, get a little convoluted and questionable. For a moment it gives you the spark of adventure like Page of Swords, but the next moment you feel like, is it a trick? Like, what I'm gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna enjoy this moment, but after this moment when I'm gonna come back to my reality, I'm gonna see my Four of Pentacles ups and down, and I'm gonna freak out because I'm gonna feel like, okay, where I'm gonna get my stability back? And these two are kind of very conflicting with each other, and because of these two energy, the connection that you have with this person is actually, you trust them, but at the same time you don't trust them. And I feel like it's a kind of same energy for them as well towards you, because you guys are sharing a moment and kind of cohabiting this kind of energy together. This is very specific. It may not resonate with a lot of people, but this is what I'm getting. Okay, let's see what we have. Oh, this one kind of King of Cups. King of Cups. What is that? King of Cups. Why there is a King of Cups? World. I see. Do you, I feel like you have, okay, hear me out, okay? I feel like you really have certain kind of bond towards this person, and this person makes you feel it kind of tickles, this person tickles your certain sense of emotion that you cannot really share with others. It makes you feel alive. It makes you feel very tender. Not all the time, but from time to time. But you know that that person holds certain kind of energy, that kind of vibe with you. And whenever you are with that person, when you are not held back with any kind of fear of losing your stability or losing you what you can or cannot do, it becomes very enjoyable. Then you kind of let yourself go, and it becomes very enjoyable because that person kind of brings out a certain sense of emotional aspect out of you that nobody else can do. But you also feel like, this duality, but you also feel like you feel a little sense of like, okay, I'm feeling all this emotion again. Maybe not for this person particularly, but this person kind of provokes that kind of emotion in you. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, let's say, like the emotion which is so honest and true. Maybe you have been hurt before and you kind of close that kind of door and you hesitate to open that emotion. I'm not saying that you open that emotion for them, but this person, being with that person, kind of makes you feel like, okay, I'm gonna open that door again. I want to feel all these deep feelings again. Maybe for this person or someone else, but this person is like almost like a messenger, kind of messenger. That sounds so prophetic, but like, not, you know what I mean. It kind of knocks on your door that you don't really want to open it right now, because it feels like the moment you're going to open this, it may takes your stability that you have been building upon so gradually. Because before, when you did that, it actually did take you out of yourself, and you are like a little hesitant to do that. That's why this doubt lurks in, like, why they're doing this. They know that I cannot do it, but why they keep doing this? What's their motive? Do they want to just hurt me? Like, what they, like, all this question comes in. But this person actually provokes that kind of emotion out of you. It kind of brings all this emotion on the surface from time to time, and you feel a certain sense of fulfillment, certain sense of completeness. But at the same time, you feel like those emotion, if you let this door open wide, it's gonna be end of you. It's gonna be you, the identity or the self confidence that you have been building so gradually. It's gonna end all these things, and it's gonna be kind of end of the world kind of situation. There is a lot of fear there, and I'm not saying it's uncalled for, because you have certain, and the thing is, you don't feel that strong love for this person, but this person brings a certain aspect of love out of you. Does that make sense? Because you are not quite sure whether you are truly in love with this person. Maybe that if you be sure, and that person doesn't even show that they love you either. They brings your emotion on the surface, but they don't claim those emotion for themselves. I hope it lands with you, Capricorn. It's a little complex emotion there, and whenever you are with them, you feel that they are bringing something out of you, but you are not sure all those feelings are for them or why. And then you feel like, okay, if it is not for them, they are also not showing that kind of confidence in this relationship. But if I bring this up, then for whom? Who, like all this, like it feels like uncertain openness that this person asking out of you, but for what? And you don't feel that drawn or pulled towards that person that much that you feel like, okay, I'm gonna take a risk and open this. No, it's not that. So you're like in the middle, you're like hanging in the middle. You feel like, okay, I feel like I need to open something. I feel like I need to let this guard down, but for whom? I'm not that interested in this, but for whom? and then the Emperor. There's two major arcana. This person is, I feel like this is that this person is very confident. You know, this person is like looking at you and they're like almost like, okay, when you gonna open that door? But they're not asking that door to be open for themselves. It's very, very, very strange, a little different. They're not asking that love for themselves. They're asking you to open that door so that you can love anybody with fullness, with total fullness that you used to once. They're like, and maybe that's why you feel doubtful about their motivation. They feel like, then why you are doing this? Am I like a guinea pig? Are you experiment your tactics on me? Like, why you are doing this? Like, but they are like very confident, but I don't think they have any bad intention, Capricorn. I don't get that at all. I feel like they're really wise and they're really kind of wants a best thing for you, and maybe that's why they feel like there is something that blocking you, and they feel like they need to, maybe you need a little push on that matter to let it open. But maybe sometimes they can be a little pushy. I'm also getting that sometimes they can be a little pushy, and that creates more confusion in your mind. Then you feel like, okay, you don't want it for yourself, you want for my wellness or goodness or whatever. But then when I feel uncomfortable doing that, you know my situation, I don't like to let go of certain things, then why do you poke me so much? Then all these doubts and kind of fogginess clouds your mind. But this person believes that they, oh, so many things came up. Hold on, let me see. What are these? Knight of Cups in reverse, and then Seven of Swords again. Seven of Swords and Moon. Yeah, seriously. You know, when they do this kind of stuff, when they like, look at this, the Emperor is like so confident, kind of detached, and kind of, but they are very wise, they are very kind and compassionate. They are not looking at you. They are saying, I want good for you. I only want good for you. I want you to just open your heart. Don't be fearful of getting hurt again. I just want you to open that. It doesn't have to be for myself, but I want you to open that. Because they feel like that's the way you can have like actual stability that you are looking for. That's what they think. But because of their a little pushy kind of nature, you really question their motive, you really question their romantic gesture. And more they show romantic gesture towards you, and you enjoy the attention, you enjoy in the moment, but the next moment doubt lurks in, you know, like this. Look at this, two major like main card for, you know, like doubt, betrayal, lying, deceiving kind of thing. You feel like, why are you doing this? What you actually want, because it's very hard for you to believe that somebody can just do it because they don't want anything out of it. Somebody just wanna do it because they feel like there is some blockage and they wanna kind of nudge that block a little bit so that you can move past it. It's very hard for you to believe that somebody can just do it without any second motive behind it. And those kind of feelings you don't like, because you, okay, maybe you are not in love with that person, but you like them, you admire them, you appreciate them, you appreciate their presence in your life. So you don't like when all this kind of negative thoughts and doubts clouds your mind. And then you feel like, whenever that comes in, you feel kind of not good about yourself. Then you feel like, am I just a doubtful, mistrustful person? Why I am having such a trouble to believe this person actually wants something good for me and really want to open that emotional bar that I'm holding so tightly and letting not go. They are coming out, look at it, they are coming out King of Cups and Emperor. Those are very solid energy. they don't mess around with people, especially when they're in upfront, like upright. They really have good intention and wise, and they see through you. That's why maybe they're so confident that what you need, or you don't see that yet. And sometimes that puts you in a lot of internal thinking, internal contemplating. You really want to understand this person and their motive, but it kind of, it's like a back and forth. It's kind of, the more you enjoy that attention, you enjoy that somebody has a real good heart and really trying to help you out with something that you think that you need a little help. But when they do that, you feel like, why somebody will help me without wanting something back, because they don't want anything back. I don't think they want this love for themselves. They just want you to open that gate so that you can love others. I feel like they feel like there is some kind of barrier between your actual emotional need and what you project outside, that what you need. There is a discrepancy, and they're trying to locate that to you. They're trying to make you see that. And you feel like, why would somebody do that? And it makes you you go within from time to time to ponder about this thing, like why they're doing it, but you also do not like that you feel this kind of distrustful feeling towards them. You feel like there is something that you are not getting it, and something that you feel a little shitty about yourself whenever you doubt them. But at the same time, you cannot help but doubt their motive. And it kind of takes you internal, and you sometimes you want to go internal and really get into your intuition and all that. But these doubts and this kind of mistrustful or distrustful, I don't know which one is correct, energy kind of not setting in with your intuition. You cannot go there completely. And it could be vice versa, but take it as it resonates, like I said in the beginning. Let's see what else. This is very, very specific. What do you do when you go into King of Wands, Page of Wands, 2 pages? This is funny. When you go within, when you really let yourself kind of go, when you go within and go get to your gut feeling, actually I feel like you have certain kind of passionate feelings for this person. I feel like maybe you don't want to acknowledge that because there is a lot of doubts there, and it's also maybe this talks to this 4 of Pentacles reverse. You feel like these passionate feelings cannot take place because you will feel that you just cannot do it. It's not just you just cannot. But I feel like you feel a certain kind of physical attraction towards them, and you have certain kind of passionate feelings for them. And every time you go within, you feel this kind of that you actually enjoy those moments, even though you tend to doubt those moments and withdraw from them. But when you go within, you feel this kind of a passion is brooding, and it makes you feel a little uncomfortable. Okay. What else for Capricorn? See, 4 of Swords in reverse. 4 of Swords, like when you kind of cut down all the external thing and really go within to figure out something, you don't want to do that. Because every time, like I said, you feel a little uncomfortable. Every time you try to go within and listen to your intuition, and you feel this kind of passion for them, and then you know that if you go there, this gonna dismantle your entire stability structure for some reason. I don't know why you feel that, but you feel that, and that's prohibit you to go within completely, because I feel like the moment you're gonna go completely within, you're gonna figure out that deep down you are actually, I feel like you have a strong feelings for this person. You feel like you kind of rely on them in a way. I mean, not in a codependency way, but you kind of count on them. They are really a big part in your life. But you don't want to go there because you feel like, okay, there is two things going on. You don't want to go all the way deep because you feel like the more you're going to go deep, you're going to be knowing that how much feelings you hold for that person, and that's going to be detrimental for you. Why it's going to be detrimental? First of all, because they don't want that love for themselves. So you feel like, oh my god, I'm going to go all the way within just to figure out that I have these strong feelings and passionate feelings for that person, which may or may not be reciprocated the way I will feel, because they are like almost like they are acting like a messiah. I don't know why they are doing that. They are just coming in, they just want to open that gate for you. They just don't want that for themselves. And then you feel like, okay, I'm going to open this, but then it's not going to be reciprocated, first of all. And second of all, this, if I go all the way within and realize how much love and passion I hold for that person, and it's gonna destabilize my stability that I have been building upon. So what's the point? It's already, whenever I'm with that person, I feel little shaky on my ground. And if I go all the way within, then what's gonna happen? It's gonna just collapse. My stability gonna collapse. And then it's not gonna even be, it's not that I'm doing it for them, because they don't, maybe it's not going to be reciprocated. So what's the point here? So you feel very conflicted and confused with this person, and at the same time you have doubts, you have love for them, you have feelings for them, you have passion for them, but it's kind of, whenever you are with them, they kind of provoke this kind of passion and feelings come on surface. You feel a little obsessive towards them, but you cannot really voice all these things because you know that they don't want it for themselves. So you feel like, okay, I don't want to sound something because they are just trying to be, okay, I need to change my battery, hold on. Let's put it in this way so that you can see. I don't know whether you can see all this or not, I don't know, hopefully. So it's a very tricky situation. I'm gonna pull out to clarify Empire. I kind of know where they're coming from, just to clarify. Let's pull out one more card, and then we can call it a day. Emperor, Queen of Wands. I see. They are little different personality, I have to say. They not only open the emotional thing in you, they also want to open the passionate side of you. But it's not for themselves. They just want you to see that you are fully open passionately and emotionally. But they are detached. Even though Emperor is Aries card, Aries are not detached. They can be anything but detached. But they are detached. They are like, they care for you, they love you in a way, but it's a detached. They don't want all this emotion or passion for themselves. They just want you to realize what you have within. so that you can fully express this whenever you feel like that you found a person or found a situation that you can fully express all those. They just feel like you have certain sense of barrier between what you actually feel deep down and how you express things. They just want to kind of break that barrier. They just want you to realize that you need to break that barrier. And not only emotionally, look at this, King of Cups and Queen of Wands. They want you to fully acknowledge your emotional vitality as well as your physical, passionate desire. They want you to, but it's not for themselves though. I don't know if you bring all this King of Cups kind of emotion and Queen of Wands kind of passion to them, I don't know how they are gonna react. I feel like they are gonna be very detached. I don't think they want that from you, but they want that from you for you, not for them. I hope it lands. Anyway, it's pretty interesting. Alright, so that's all I got for month of November, Capricorn. Hope you get something out of it. And if you like what I do, please do subscribe. That way you can support the channel. I repeat it a lot, right? I know. I just really like doing this. I really like talking to you guys. I really do. Alright, okay. That's gonna be it. Take care. Bye bye.